What's good? I'm Nona K, and Spades is dying.
I don't know if there are any differences or similarities in how white people play spades versus how black people play spades because I have never actually played spades with white people.
With black folks, we're so animated. The way our voices change depending on who we're talking to, depending on what we're talking about, the way our eyes roll if somebody takes a book we thought we had, the way that, your auntie hollering from the kitchen, or the way that you are eating the collard greens while simultaneously trying to sort out the cards in your deck.
I wrote the article How to Play Spades because one, I am a long time spades player. It's always been a pastime of mine. And two, it's one of those cultural markers that you can find at any black gathering, whether it be a cookout, after Thanksgiving, an HBCU cafeteria.
From the freak me up dudes to the art our grandmothers would hang. There's something so undeniably black about the way we play spades. And the way we talk shit about those who can't play spades. Even beloved filmmaker and Spider-Woman sent up a prayer in the form of a tweet. Although comical, the comment section is full of truths.
I think the parts of spades that you have to see and witness is, I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to, the shit talking. Or like my aunts and uncles, some of them would be so bad off that they would lick the back of a card if they had a trump card and put it on their forehead. So you had to look at it the entire game.
Is there a decline in the popularity of spades or the number of people who know how to play spades? I don't know, right? It's an interesting thought. I'd be interested in seeing if there is a decline.
Sometimes younger generations are not as open to things of past, and so they kind of, shake it off, think that it's, the old ways, and, it's time to try different things, which is cool. But there are times when understanding those things that have gotten, black folks through up until this day and time are still important.
Considering we face gentrification and cultural appropriation every day, it would be absurd for us to participate in the eradication of our own customs.
I absolutely believe that the preservation of black traditions absolutely dependent on the condition of the relationships, because we have to be willing to communicate and be open-minded and learn from each other. And sometimes that is blocked.
Trauma is disjointed. And as we probe beneath the surface of the declining presence of spades, we are bound to encounter both new and inherited wounds.
The first path to healing is you have to name what the hurt is. You have to name how it's impacted. And you have to understand the residue that still remains that continues to impact future generations. Somebody has to take the reins and say no more and start the process of breaking those generational curses.
When I think about film that has been intentionally used to heal and repair, especially documentary, I think a lot of Ava's new documentary, In Our Mother's Gardens, and the way that she captured the tenderness and the complexity of Black women and Black femme interpersonal relationships. I think about LeBron James' The Shop, right, which places us in the barbershop, which is probably a place where Black men feel most free to have honest and vulnerable conversations. And the significance of having a camera in that space to document those conversations and to intentionally gather that historical data, what it does is it allows us to see past our own perspective.
With our collective efforts, Grown Folks Table will transform from a concept to a feature-length documentary, a film intended to reveal and stimulate cross-generational reconciliation. Because at the end of the day, spades is dying. So what's good?